Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I've seen that guy before. That's right. Give me a second. I had Kathy come out. She was in a lot of pain. She needed her back rubbed, so I was doing that. I didn't get set up yet.
Right.
What are you up with now for?
Too hardly. Come on. Takes forever.
Why?
She had to shut the door again. You don't know how to shut doors. Why every day you have to re-shut it? Hey, I sneeze.
Leave it alone.
Why?
Because that's why.
There we go. Hopefully it's done. We're making money. I see it's got a commercial. I know. I don't understand why they call it a splashdown. The water splashed up. There we go. Well, Amish, I seen you commented on that video. I was going to make a new video yesterday, and I said, well, hell, I think I got one. So I just went in and I looked, and it was from 6 years ago. But there it is, the hamburger hash. She made a big pan of it yesterday in that big cast iron skillet. Hey, I bet it would be good with brown gravy and mushrooms on it. Now, she doesn't put peas in hers. I put the peas in mine because she doesn't like it. And I almost made brown gravy yesterday to go on it to try it, but I have that jalapeno ketchup, and that's what I put on it. You know, because ketchup goes good on potatoes, and it goes good on hamburgers. So, you know, you got two out of the four components there. So. There's plenty. So I could make some brown gravy today and try it with the leftovers. It's even better the next day because it all gets to sit together for a while. So. Oh, it does have a lot of grease in it. Um, from frying the potatoes and frying the hamburger and stuff, it has the residual grease from that. Even though I drained the hamburger grease and the rest of the oil that was in the potatoes, but now I chopped up a 10-pound bag of potatoes yesterday, but that was only. It probably wasn't even. It's probably about six pounds of potatoes. The rest of them were in the refrigerator in a dish about this big with water in them. I'm going to drain the water off of them today and then make hash browns with eggs and stuff or something like that. KP, yeah. I did. I chopped up 5 onions. She used probably about an onion with that, and there was probably about 3 pounds of burger, maybe. It's actually, and she used 1 can of corn or 2 cans of corn and 1 can of peas. Frozen corn's better in it, but I didn't have any frozen corn, so. And you could do it. You could do it with mixed vegetables, and instead of just corn and peas, but you could do it with mixed vegetables, and it would almost be like a deconstructed shepherd's pie. Now, she doesn't. What she made last night, she doesn't put paprika in her burger. Um, just salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. So I bet they were pretty weak when they got out of that capsule yesterday. That's right. Well, 'cause they've been in weightlessness for 9 months, so I'm pretty sure, you know, as soon as they hit gravity, it felt like 10 tons, 10 tons were on them. Gravity's fake. Yeah, well, you tell me that next time you drop a hammer on your toe. Right. Yeah, probably. If she'd have come back knocked up, they'd have known something was up, wouldn't they? It's all density mounting. Yeah, yeah. You space road. Yeah, yeah. So, That's the extent of my Tuesday. Yeah, the big experiment. Now, maybe NASA had to go back to Star Trek because, they figured that out in 1960 on how to, space travel with gravity. So they weren't floating around. Orange Steve. You're right. Well, NASA in English is need another 7 astronauts. Now accepting 7 applications. And I don't understand it either because they haven't put nothing up in the air in the last 10 years since they retired the last space shuttle. So, yeah, they look so down to earth. You're right. Yeah. Well, we can't punch a hole through the firmament. Or we'll flood the earth with the water up above. That's right. Uh, Gonna have to call the city today. Um, the garbage man didn't pick up our trash, didn't pick up the trash down the street. So as of 5:30 last night, it hadn't been picked up. So I was gonna check and see what it says on the if it shows anything on the ring. I hate this. Makes you sign in every 30 days. Pretty safe to say they ain't been there. Nope. Yeah, I should take it over to the mayor's house, you're right. Morning, Dan. Yeah, they can't tell me because it wasn't out because it was out the night before. So, so. Does she plan on putting you up on the auction block, or is there something she wants to buy? Yeah, it was too heavy. Yeah. How would they know? They use a machine to dump it. No, that was McCullough's. Your sister posted that. That was McCullough's from 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, or whatever, like 2019 or something like that. Before they moved to their new operation, they were talking when they said something about dirt roads. What are they talking about? They they're on 127, and then I realized we were talking about their old operation off on Brick Road. You never can tell, Amish. Even things that are junk, people buy. You know, right? But it's not on that dirt road no more. They moved down to 127. They got a brand new building and everything. Somebody posted on there that that was from the old place, and that's over. That's in Hudson. The one I go to is over here where the old Dick's Market used to be on 52. That's right. Now all they need is Sam the Butcher. You know, and everything will be just great. Sam, we say Alice. What kind of deals you got on chuck roast? Oh, I've been saving this one for you, Alice. You're such a good guy, Sam. Yeah, there you go. If they actually have collectors there, um, it should, like I said, it should bring $500 to $700. I don't. Well, I don't know about Pennsylvania market, but here, you know, and a lot of these guys when they buy them, if they're in immaculate shape, they don't do nothing to them. If they need a little work, they'll fix them up, and then they'll fetch another $100 or $150 on them or whatever. But the price reflects on the condition of the bike, for one thing. But it depends. A couple of guys that used to come get hot dogs from me, they would buy, the Schwinn bikes and stuff like that, banana seats. And even if they didn't have the bikes there, they would buy the parts. I know. Hell, they were giving free haircuts. They are. You're absolutely right there, you dizzy. And good morning. No. And like I said, the ones that are really worth the money are the orange metal flake ones, the orange metal flake banana seeds and the blue metal flake banana seeds. Even though those are two resounding colors, I would have thought the red one would have been a better one. Come here, pumpkin. Come here. Oh, come here. That's a good girl. Huh? Might have to rob your mattress. There you go. Tim, why is there a hole in the mattress? Oh, pretty girl. Oh, there's her is. There her is. No, we don't do that. We don't do that at all. You know better. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, well, yesterday when I was young, Kathy went to the store yesterday, and she told me yesterday she's going to go to the store and see if they had any corned beef. I said, well, now's the time to get it because it's going to be cheap. How right I was. Corned beef was $3.99 a pound. One package she bought was priced at $20, and she got it for 11.09 or something. And the other package was priced for 20 some bucks, and that was extremely, extremely, extremely cheap. They mismarked it to 2 cents, not 2 cents a pound, 2 cents. Great. So she was at the cash register, and the woman said, "Did that just swing up to 2 cents?" She said, "Yeah." Kathy said, "Well, you gotta honor it because the other one that marked it." She said, "Oh, I'm gonna honor it. But they got any more back there?" She said, "No, I didn't see any, but if they did, I'd have bought every one of them." I consider that a win. They didn't go down here. Let's see. I really haven't been checking the price on them because I've got, and we've got 4.5 dozen here right now. So I'm not going to need eggs for a while. Okay. They're down $5.12. So they have come down about 60 cents, 70 cents, something like that. Huh. $5.12 for a 12 count extra large white eggs. I can get 18 large eggs for $6.72. But the other ones are extra large. The 4.54 right now. Yeah, they have gone down a dollar and something. Yeah, 4.54 for regular large white eggs. Hmm. You know how it is. But pasture raised eggs, um, brown ones are 562. 564 um, for hard boiled eggs already boiled, peeled, and put in containers. Yeah, using children. Is that child labor? Yep. Oh, who's my pretty kitty? Yeah, pretty baby. Yes, it is. I from what I shots, everybody, 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 shots. It's 4 shot Wednesday. Water glass. It's 42 degrees here right now and sunny. That's what it says. Huh. I think my daughter, or our daughter, is going to get more chickens. Um, I think they want to probably get up to like 10 or 12 dozen a day, something like that, because they could sell them all day long. They were always they were almost sold out every day when they were $4 a dozen. So when eggs were cheap, because they were getting more for eggs, fresh farm eggs, than they were getting at the store for regular eggs, and people would buy the farm eggs. So, so even if the price of eggs goes down, you know, she's probably still going to get her $4 a dozen. And she has regular customers that take a certain amount every week. So, and then she does a farmer's market during the summer. So I'm pretty sure she's probably going to end up getting more chickens. And she does, fresh, canned jam and stuff like that. She sells that kind of stuff. Yeah, Kentucky Fried. I gotta get me a cup of coffee. Cheap, 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 cheap. That's right. Yeah, after you buy them, they'll go down the next day. Cadbury, yeah, that's a rabbit that does that. Oh, yeah. I don't like the Cadbury eggs. Sorry, I just don't. Oh, good coffee. We bought 4 cans of Maxwell House Bold, I guess is what it is. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the government chicken. You know, the one that lays you $25 million for a worthless cause. Hmm. Isn't that something about that judge? The one that wants to know where the planes took off from, when they took off from, who they had in there, and he wants them to tell them all about it. I think somebody needs kneecapped. Allegedly, I can either confirm or deny, but I'm thinking somebody needs kneecapped. Well, you can thank your governor for a lot of that price. And it's funny, you haven't heard anything about the fires in a long time, have you? The devastation? Haven't heard anything on the news about them. How they're coping. Nobody's went back to check up on them. Yeah. We had that fire this weekend downtown. They got 4 buildings and smoke damage on another. It probably won't take that long. But anyways, they did that, or that happened there, and I wrote on the Facebook that it was part of the Downtown Development Authority's, renovation, and somebody got a little upset with it. And I said, "What are you talking about? They'd like to have this a 15-minute city too. Build one great big building, and everybody lives there, and 15 minutes. You can do everything you want in 15 minutes. What you doing, buddy?"
Tyler, you gotta also have your medicine. You hear me? Okay. Don't move.
He didn't hurt you. Where the hell are you gonna move to? Yeah, I'm gonna buy California and sell it to Canada. Yeah. I wish I could buy California for what it's worth and then sell it for what they think it's worth. Colorado. Colorado. You wouldn't make it in Colorado or Michigan. You'd be better off to start going south. Either burned up or washed up, you're right. You're not used to cold weather.
What's it top of his foot? It's like a nerve on the top of the foot.
Yeah.
Pushed right up top.
Like you're stepping on a tack all the time, or a rock or something
Now,
barefoot.
on the top.
I know,
Right
but
here. Comes up.
it feels like you've stepped on something, right? Like you pinched your foot or something. I get off in here. I'll rub your foot for you, pumpkin. That's the kind of husband I am.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But a good husband wouldn't put YouTube before me. They'd get afraid.
All right, I'll shove my YouTube up so I can come rub your feet. Why don't you just get over here and sit down, put your feet up here, and I'll rub your feet when I'm talking.
Good try though.
It will. Well, that'll probably be the end of days right there, because you know what it says in the Bible. At the end of days, there'll be a low, slow moving rumble across the ground. other words, the pitter patter of feet. Yeah, we could listen in on Party Line. Oh, Party Line. We actually have that here. I have to powder my nose real quick. We do have a party line here on the radio station. Hey, Keith, I'm listening and watching from afar. There's been a breakout in the stable, knocked out one of the garage walls, tore out a door. I got him back in the pen, but now I have to fix the wall and the door. But I'm listening. Kevin. Okay, well, glad you're listening. Too long to short, yeah. Mabel, can you give me the junkyard family, please? Ring, ring, ring. I sure hope he gets they let me read it again. They they knocked out a wall, tore out a door after they broke out of the stall. Um, he's got him back in, and now he's fixing the wall and the doors. So, kind of sounds like they were trying to have a rodeo inside that garage or something. Hmm. So, he tells you all the time they're not there. Well, now you just, I just read you the proof. That's right. Sooner or later, they'll be out there swatting flies and dropping cow pies. Hmm. I should have had her buy cabbage yesterday. I'm sure the price of cabbage has gone down too. I would have thought the diaper would have muffled that sound. It did for Joe, unless he was at the microphone, because that would catch everything. But. Well, no off-brand. Well, because the government was buying, and they would probably give them $50,000 a box for them too. Depends. Now, we had the money. Mr. Goodwrench. Deep ends. Rennie, good morning. Yeah, Stacy had the money. You know how she made all that money, don't you, Junkyard? Me and the can opener. Yeah. Could eat an apple through a picket fence. Yeah, Hunter was broke. Isn't that funny how nobody wants to buy his paintings now? I'd like to be the guy who got, stuck with one of them $500,000 jobbies. That's a Hunter Biden painting. Big deal. Who done that? Kindergarten kid? Did you get that at preschool? No. I need a beer? Or toolbox? I used to do them double shifts all the time. Before they got a little, um, how can I put it? Before they got strict on the hours policy. Probably like Charlie Sheen, yeah. 16 hours a day. Um, I did lots of them, probably 3 to 4 of those a week. I worked 6 days a week at the garbage company. You'd have 16-hour days probably 3 or 4 times a week. Then you'd have a 10 or 12-hour day, a couple of them. And then on Saturday, 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. But when you start in the middle of the night, um, at 3 o'clock in the morning, a 10-hour day isn't nothing because you're home or done by noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So, sure, you had to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're still done with plenty of daylight. And I never used to go to bed before 9:30 or 10. I'd get 3, 4 hours of sleep, get up, and go to work. Compliments to the chef. There you go. Yeah, it's did the chef move? Yeah. God help me. Yeah. I like Wheeler Walker too. Well, I did some uh, days that I worked 26 hours before going home. They I went to work one day and I went out and did my route. And I loaded out the truck. Come in around 7:30 to dump, and they said come up to the shop. And I went up to the shop and they said we need to take your truck um, because another truck is broke down, so we need to take your truck, and so he can finish his route. I said, well, what about me finishing my route? Well, you can catch your route up later. So around 8 o'clock in the morning, I clock out and go home. They called me and said, your truck's ready. I said, good. It's empty and, it's here. So I started like at 9 o'clock that night. I loaded out my truck. And then the guy that took my truck, I took his truck and loaded out that one. And then I come back and got another truck and loaded out that one. And by the time it was 7 o'clock in the morning, I was back in the yard with my fourth truck loaded. And I grabbed my truck and went into the landfill, dumped it, and then went out and finished my job because now I was a day and a half behind from that. They took me off the route on my biggest route, and that was a 5 load route day. And I still had to do the route from the same day. I got done around 11:30 that night with the last truck or with the last load, and there was a spare truck left in the morning, so I could take off of that. They never did that to me again. Have a good day. Well, good morning, Naya. Are you gonna have Gretchen start the car? It's 42 degrees. So it's up to you. I don't know.
Oh,
ball out here, brother.
Yeah. When you're done, do you got the keys?
No.
You gotta have them before you go out there.
Where are they?
Check your coat pocket.
No. Nana, where is it?
What?
The keys.
Go packet?
You said they weren't.
Oh, in that coat?
Oh my
I
god.
thought that
On
was
the top
yours.
coat.
I thought that was yours. Oh, thought that was
Kind of dark over there. I give you a warm up.
I'm getting my glass out for him, so
Go ahead.
we'll get something to his foot.
What?
You don't have caramel left, so just. Oh my god. I'm gonna do it.
I'm doing it a pot.
Do you want water? No. What was it?
I don't know.
probably Harley.
All right, look at him.
Me?
Yep.
No, out your ass.
The microphone's on you.
Oh. Yeah.
Holy cow.
You turn the heat on in that car?
I know, but why is it?
Wow.
I'll be right there. I gotta make a pot of coffee. It's a family secret, and I'm the only one that has a recipe on how to do it.
Liar.
Just like making ice. I have the recipe.
Papa's being stupid.
Oh! Ooh!
And you just hurried right out.
What?
What about them?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Harley had breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh well. But wait until last minute.
Well, if you didn't wait till 6:25 to roll out of bed.
Who?
You. You
Mm-mm.
know how it is with you. You're the last one up.
Not at mom's. I have to get up before Harley. I have to walk. We have to go to drop Jimmy off too.
You're the only one that knows how to do that. I offered. Run your mouth some more and watch what happens to you. Yeah.
Well, let's get right out here in front of the camera so everybody can see it happening. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Wouldn't take much.
Well, I need the views. Come on.
Maybe you should know how to put this on there.
What happened? Well, how did they all go, Mama?
Because it went sideways.
Have a great day, Mr. Goodrent.
Say cookie if you're going to. Last minute. Too late. Not having that in the car. 7:36. Let's mess around with the hair some more. Sit on the couch. Find another.
Yeah, yeah.
Go.
Never lock the car. While around here, you better lock it.
Oh.
You need some help there, little guy?
I'm not.
Here. Well, no, come here. Let me straighten your sleeves out. And you are a little guy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're little to me. Oh, 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 oh.
I even did some.
Take that for your dad.
Oh.
James.
Call him little guy. See what happens.
Well, bye.
Back it off. You want to get called names?
Yeah, I'm not calling him a name. He is my little guy.
I don't care. You don't like it.
Then you call him a little guy. See what he does to you.
Oh, God.
I know a little man's gonna get me. Yeah.
I was joking.
I love you, Kyler.
Oh, you're going to have
Sorry.
pictures at school.
I do. I love all you guys.
No, I got my art.
Are you taking a water bottle from here?
Yeah. I felt so offended, Mom.
Mom?
I said no.
Bye, Tyler.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, love you.
Love ya.
Bye, love you too.
Full on it. Will you quit? Let's go.
You want another one just like him? Huh. Just got invited to an Easter dinner. That little guy, I love him dearly, but he can't take it. You call him Munchkin? He says, I'm not no Mexican. I said, no, Munchkin. I'm not no Munchkin. Yeah. No, at Kathy's sister's, I don't know if we're going or not because it's actually Kathy's birthday and I have no idea what we're doing. So, all right, there, you, Desi. Don't do what they do on prom night. You know what that is, don't you? They get pregnant, so don't get pregnant on prom night. Well, Kevin's got too many irons in the fire, for us to go down there for Easter dinner. I mean, you got a few extra mouths to feed down there. Try not to. I remember a guy told me one time we were sitting at a restaurant Saturday or Sunday morning. That his daughter come home from the prom at like 1:30 in the morning. And I looked right at him and said, well, how'd she like it, Grandpa? He didn't find that funny. Said, hell, I can remember going to the prom with my dad and coming home with my mom. Yeah. Uh, eggs are cheaper, you're right. But it should be like 21 and a half or something like that because they only come down a little bit. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what it is, but my hands are so sore. The arthritis is really starting to set in. I got rid of that bump finally, that big ass bump I had right here. But now I got arthritis everywhere else. It's bothering the hell out of me. Uh, now you're right, making all that coffee. Yeah, absolutely right. Lady Mike? Yeah. You rule the day. First time I ever heard that word was on Real Genius. Ooh, you rule? Yeah. Watched a good movie yesterday called One Ranger. That was a good show. A good movie. I watched Flight Risk the last week. That was a good movie. Flight Risk was with Matt Damon, or not Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg. I don't know. There you go. I love foghorn leghorn, especially when you grab that dog with a board and whip that dog's hiney. Pick him up right by the tail, whack, 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 and then take off running. Dog gets the end of the rope. Rope. Yeah, that's some funny stuff there. They were probably checking the wanted ad and the want posters. I seen a picture the other day. There's a boulder in the middle of middle of the road, and the guy says $200. Says there's a coyote underneath it. Yeah. I see Kathy just pulled back in. Bus must have been on time. Well, I watched the Barnigans, and then that one that come out, the one that looks like a hippo. First time I seen her, first thing I thought of was Sheila Jackson. I ain't been able to watch the Barnigans since. Hmm. That's it. That's all, folks. uh, uh, mm, I'm contemplating. That's my fourth cup of coffee this morning, so I think I'm gonna have to go uh, relieve a little liquid or something. I'll be right back. No, didn't fall in. We're gonna have to move the bathroom to a different part of the wing, or either that or move the command center to a different part of the house. That was close. Not scared. Yeah. Maybe I should have eased you back into the picture. Yeah. Feel about a gallon lighter. I thought I was a goner too. Come on, get up here. Come on, come see Papa. Get up here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Yeah. Come on. All right. Don't get up here then. And when you want me to pet you, or you want to lay on top of me, you just let me know when it's convenient for you. Yeah. Come on. Get up here. Get up here and see Papa. Come on. Get up here. Come on, glowing eyes. She's in the dark underneath the countertop on the underneath the bar stool looking at me. Thought my back teeth were gonna float out of me. So anything new with anybody? You tell me what's going on. I can say I'm extremely happy with the job that Deutsch and our beloved president is doing at the time. Great job on bringing back the astronauts yesterday. Yesterday. Um, I have no idea. Which Sonny are we talking about? The one on the View or the other one? Oh, the astronaut. Okay. You gotta You gotta distinguish between who you're talking about, because isn't there a Sonny on The View? And then there's that Sonny, isn't that the Sonny that just got fired from MSNBC or whatever that was? I don't know. I don't keep track of them. You would have thought, honestly, oh no, Junkyard watches The View because he likes to watch the meltdowns. Now, yeah, before Trump got elected, nobody watched The View other than Democrats. Now people watch The View because they like watching them melt down. Yeah. um, I'm actually surprised that they didn't make her cut her hair before she went on the moon trip, because you lose hair all the time, and them long pieces of hair straggling, flying through the space shuttle or space station up there. Hell, I bet they could weave a rug by the end of the month. Yeah, yeah, it's good now. Come on, get up here. I'm here for you. Come here. Come on. No, we don't do that. You're the one that wants to do this. No, come on. Yeah, I know they weren't going to be there long, just a few days. But no, right after that happened, they showed an interview with her, and her hair is, like a foot and a half, 2 foot long. I'd have thought they'd have made her, hey, if you want to go up there, you have to get a shorter haircut. You know, but Whoopi Goldberg is so two-faced, it's pathetic. She's went up and announced that she's had 6 abortions. Well, I find it hard to find 6 people that would want to have sex with her. Then she got upset about people in paint face, even though Ted Danson did it with her, paint face. She didn't have a problem with it then, but she had a problem with it when the Virginia governor or whatever did paint face. Good morning, Kevin. Nice to see you. You got the stalls all fixed, the walls fixed, and the doors fixed, and the girls back in the pens? Glad to see it. I let them know why you weren't here already. I read the text message you sent me to them, stating that the girls got out and busted the stall and knocked out the wall and busted down the door. And, you got them back in the stall, but you had to get them fixed. So, good to see you. Probably all out of breath, aren't you, from working so hard? Yeah. That right, pumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, put it in rollers. There you go. Emergency room all night. What happened? Did they kick? Yeah, watch out for them when they sidekick. Yeah. You think you're you're safe, and then they sidekick you. Yeah. Hmm. Did Pumpkin? Can you believe his story? No, I don't believe it either, baby. No, I don't. They probably walked by you and pinched you up against the wall, and you got a 5 foot long blood blister down the side of you or something like that. No, I'm glad you did that. Yeah. No. Pretty girl. Hmm? Oh, yes, it is. Come on. You want to come up here? Want to come see Papa? Come here. Come on. Oh, you know you want to come up here. Oh, yeah. Well, I got up at 5:15 this morning, but I got up at 12:15. I got up at 2:15. And I got up at 5:15 this morning. So, and the kitty, she went to bed at 9 o'clock last night. I was in the bedroom. She was laying there on the bed, and I said, "It's time for bed." And she said, "No." Exactly what she said. No. Oh, easy, easy. She didn't want to go in the cage last night. We've been letting her out or letting her stay out when there's no kids around. I don't want her bothering the kids, but Trey, need one of them massages for $20, including head. Hey, hey. Okay. I should pull the drawstring out of my hoodie. Well, hopefully you're feeling better. That's right, buy two of them. Here's one for today and here's one for next week. That's right. Get a twofer. 2 for 1. My feet were killing me yesterday morning, man. My bone spurs was just, it was bothering the living hell out of me. A 2 for 1, that's right, twofer. So, other than your feet, everything okay then? Hell, I don't know. I got one of them foot fixers, that you put your feet in. Kathy bought me one. I actually like it, but it aggravates the arthritis in my feet by shaking them. Um, the vibrating motion in there. You're gonna be able, yeah, you'll be able to splurge. You could buy a bunch of them massages with the money you save on the eggs. Did you tell them your office was closed? See, Kevin used to have an answering machine, but he was so cheap, he didn't want to, have a recording put on there. So one day he was watching TV and he took out the tape recorder and he taped a conversation or a voice edit on the TV. And this is what his introduction to his um, uh, message board and said, excuse me, you've reached the phone of Jim Rockford. Please leave a message. Hey, I believe Kevin. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back, Amish. You know, when you make somebody wait and they have no other place to go to get the stuff, you can pretty much get what you want. Hmm. That's right. You jack 'em, you rack 'em. I remember when I sold that International Harvester pickup of mine. International pickup, excuse me. Guy wanted to buy it, told me what he was willing to give, and I told him what I was willing to take. And then he offered me an offer that I was wanting. I said, well, I got to go in and ask my wife. And he said, okay. So he stood out there in front of the garage. I walked in the house, and Kathy had my breakfast ready. And I sat down and started eating. She said, you know that guy's still out here. I said, yeah, I know he's still out here. Well, what are you doing? I said, well, you offered me $1,000 for that $100 pickup truck. She said, are you going to take it? I said, I'm a damn fool if I don't. Well, what are you making him wait for? I said, I'm making him wait to make sure he made a damn good decision. I walked back out there and I said, yeah, my wife said I can sell it. He said, it's about time. I said, I had to convince her. Yeah. He offered me like $700 for it. I told him 15. Well, then he offered me 1,000. I thought, well, I better go in. You know, I was going to take 1,000 to begin with, but you just got to, you know, make them sweat it. It was a 1973 International four-wheel drive pickup, two-door, 8-foot bed. It looked rough on the outside. A couple of dings, of, you know, no rust. Just had a couple of dings on it, but it was grungy. I bought it for $100 because the guy told me he had it in his yard. I said, what's wrong with it? He said it has new brakes, new lines, a new gas tank, new drums, and a transmission that's got 6 miles on it, brand new, rebuilt. I said, well, what's it sitting here for? He said, because when I was driving it back from the transmission shop, the engine started knocking, and I parked in the backyard and said, I'm done. I ain't putting no more money in it. And it sat here for 5 years. Okay. Well, I offered him $100 for it, and he said, you know, I'd have took 50. I said, well, I'll give you 50. He said, nope, I'll take the 100. So I give him $100 for it. I drug it out of there, took it to a friend's place, let it sit there in his yard for a couple of weeks. I pulled the plugs and filled them with WD-40, because it was locked up. Kathy and I, we went on vacation. I come back. I took a breaker bar to it and I couldn't get it to turn. I said, man, this thing is really locked. So I put a battery in it and said it's either gonna roll over or it's gonna break the teeth right off the starter, or bust the starter right off in the block. I hit the key and that thing turned right over. So I pumped out all the stuff that was in them, in the cylinders, put the plugs back in, threw some gas in the carburetor, and it started and ran. Well, I drove it to the car wash, washed it off, and then I drove it to the back parking lot, but she still had a knock in her real bad. And that's where it set. And Kathy and I went back on vacation again. Well, we weren't on vacation yet. The guy come and said, he wanted to buy it. It'd been there for a couple of weeks in the back parking lot. I told him what I wanted and what he offered. And I said, he gave me $100 deposit. And I said, well, you better be back here by 3 o'clock with the rest of the money because we're leaving at 4 o'clock to go on vacation. And he was back at like 2:30 with the money. Bobby? You didn't bring it out? Yeah? Well, I'm just explaining. Hey, Lucy, let me explain. I'm going to take all the credit. Anyways, he come back with a car trailer and my money, and he took off with it. And before he even got out of the parking lot, Kathy and I and the kids were all leaving to go on vacation. I think he's talking about your Tammy. No, 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 he didn't come back and rob the house. I had good neighbors back then. They knew we were on vacation. They kept an eye on the house. May have to flush twice. There you go. I don't know. I'm thinking about making scrambled eggs today for breakfast. I will here in about a minute and 55 seconds. Oh. It ain't just for breakfast anymore. We had hamburger hash last night, Kevin. Kathy made it. I didn't make a video, but I had an older video, so I just reposted it so they could see it. Amish and Robert were asking about it, so I love hamburger hash. And like I said, I got some brown gravy. I think I'm gonna make that up today. So when I have a dish of it for lunch or whatever, I can put brown gravy on it and see how it works. We're number one in the number two business. That's right. Well, you know, a royal flush beats a full house any day. Yeah, but I got my daughter, I got 2 dozen from my daughter, and then I got 2 dozen from the farmer. The one I get from the farmer is only $2 a dozen. And then the one I got from the ones we got from our daughter are $5 a dozen. So, but I got 4.5 dozen, so or close to it. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, who's gonna fight? Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody.